This is TechCrunch.
TikTok warns of a looming shutdown as Supreme Court weighs sell or ban law. I'm Imran Sheikh, and it's now time for your Saturday Daily Crunch, starting with 3 big headlines. Shein is still looking to IPO, Reuters reports. The company is looking to list on the London Stock Exchange, LSE, and could complete its IPO as early as April. The push for London comes after the company stopped trying to list in the U.S. as lawmakers raised concerns over Shein's connections to China and labor malpractices. Its foray into London is also meeting resistance. Reuters reports that a senior UK lawmaker raised concerns Thursday to the LSE about Shein's supply chain and forced labor. Shein has also faced controversy for its sustainability practices, since it is one of the leaders of fast fashion practices, causing harm to the environment, according to Time. Axios reports that Meta is eliminating its biggest DEI efforts, effective immediately, including ones that focused on hiring a diverse workforce, training, and sourcing supplies from diverse-owned companies. Its DEI department will also be eliminated. In a memo leaked to the outlet, Meta said it was making these changes because the legal and policy landscape surrounding diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts in the United States is changing. Meta is not alone. Microsoft and Zoom have also rolled back their DEI efforts. Lawsuits have emerged against programs that were targeted toward the Black and Latino communities. Meta also announced this week it would curb its efforts in fact-checking speech on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. And users, well, they don't seem to be happy about it. Searches on Google related to deleting Meta accounts have skyrocketed since Mark Zuckerberg made the announcement. A lawyer for TikTok argued before the Supreme Court on Friday that a ban on the social network would violate TikTok's and Americans' First Amendment rights. The Supreme Court this morning heard arguments on whether to overturn or delay a law that could effectively ban TikTok in the U.S. The bill, officially titled the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act, gives TikTok parent company ByteDance until January 19, 2025 to divest its U.S. operations or face a ban in the country. Friday's session comes just 9 days before the sell or ban deadline. TikTok's lawyer, Noel Francisco, made it clear that the social network will essentially shut down on January 19th unless the Supreme Court intervenes. He also alluded to President-elect Donald Trump's support for the app. Francisco argued that TikTok's For You algorithm should be protected by free speech rights, as it represents the company's editorial discretion over the content it distributes. When asked if the problem with the sell or ban law is the limited time frame to divest the social network, Francisco argued that a divestiture of the app would not be feasible under any timeline. TikTok has continuously argued that a sale is impossible because China would prevent the export of its algorithm. Francisco also claimed that TikTok would be a fundamentally different service if it didn't have access to global creator content. In addition, Francisco argued that a new version of TikTok in the U.S. with a new algorithm would prohibit any kind of coordination with ByteDance's global team of engineers and that a new version would have completely different content. Plus, he claimed that it would take years to reconstruct a brand new team of engineers and create a new version. And here's what we've got in the world of startups. First up, Overhaul, a platform that helps companies track the location of their goods in the supply chain while combating theft. Overhaul also reports on the quality and compliance of products while in transit and tries to identify areas of possible cost savings. Overhaul, which has roughly 350 customers today, including Microsoft, Dyson, and pharma giant Bristol-Myers Squibb, developed software to anticipate freight shipping delays. Overhaul announced that it raised $55 million in a funding round led by Spring Coast Partners, with participation from Edison Partners and Americo. And UK startup Beams thinks it can solve home renovation issues and has now raised a $9 million Series A funding round to crack the issues. That takes its total raise to $13.3 million to date. This latest round was led by ETF Partners, with participation from existing investors Giant Ventures, First Minute Capital, and Borusan Ventures. Beams has a pricing engine which predicts how much a project will cost and how long it will take, compares it with over 6,000 previous building projects, and then uses 3D photographic and laser scans to build a detailed model of the home to design the renovation. And that's your Daily Crunch. Today's stories were reported by Mike Butcher, Aisha Malik, and more beautiful, lovely TechCrunch journalists. We'll see you here next week, and until then, find us at TechCrunch.com.